Katia, my name's Adrian Poole. I look after financial services for Google Cloud.
So taking a step back, what's Google Cloud?
So Google Cloud is the culmination of 20 years of innovation from Google that's been exposed to the marketplace. And so that includes compute, storage, databases, but also analytics, AI, machine learning, and also collaborative and productivity suite.
Since we're at Sibos, shall we talk about how cloud technologies could be used for financial services companies? Do you know any good examples, how it works?
Lots of examples. So the most recent one would be Atom Bank, which was the first digital-only bank in the UK. And the problem they were trying to solve was fastest growth in the UK in their mortgage market, and really just needed to be A, the most secure platform, B, be much more agile in terms of their development of products and services for their end users, and three, they really wanted to have a partner to work with them. And so actually they've recently announced that they've moved to Google Cloud and are in production. So very exciting for them.
What about Google Cloud? Is it exciting for you as well?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Do you think that incumbent banks could learn something from challenges in terms of using cloud technologies?
They absolutely can, and they are. You know, there are many banks who are starting to adopt cloud and particularly use some of our cloud services. So we have some very largest banks using us for some of their analytics services, to provide regulatory reports, and then starting on that journey to be able to get insights and then apply AI and machine learning. You know, Katia, I think we're moving into an age of assistance. And this is particularly where fintechs are, but also incumbent banks are looking at it as well, which is how do I provide services that are anticipating what my clients are needing and being able to be there at that moment to provide that service to them.
So you generally think it's possible for incumbents and legacy banks to adapt to the changing regulation, innovation, the changing market?
Financial services have always been known for being innovative, from the earliest ticker tape innovations to the invention of the ATM, the automated teller machine. And of course, there's been a huge slew of regulations since the crisis, which banks have been working through. But they're now experts at actually adopting and changing. And actually now, and as an example, you know, I have a consortium of banks that came together to solve for MiFID II. But actually, once they'd got that regulatory system up and running, they were then looking to see how they could generate alpha from using some of that data that had been made publicly available. So, you know, they are definitely going to be innovating and using some of our technology for that.
Amazing. So the few things I keep hearing here are data and the use of data and open banking and APIs, things like this. So what do you think are the challenges for financial services companies that the technology can help them overcome?
Well, I think that the first challenge that all the entities need to overcome is just making sure that they're compliant, they've met the regulatory requirements, and they've done their due diligence for using a cloud service. But actually what it allows people to do is, if you're a fintech, and developers love to use Google Cloud because of the time to value, the speed with which they can build and get something into production, but then also expand overseas. So Go Cardless are one of our clients. They provide direct debit services. They're already in eight countries, and they've just launched in America. And so for us and for them, that's very exciting news. And it's that ability to expand across borders. Now, of course, Go Cardless have got to be compliant in America, and they've worked hard to do that. But it's the technology that allows that speed of being able to be up and running in those overseas countries.
Let's look a little bit in the future. So what do you think will be the tech solutions that all financial services companies will have to be using in the future?
Sure. Well, I think at a basic level, they'll all be using something called Anthos, which is an open source framework to help portability. And that gives them an important tick in the box for regulators. But actually, when it comes to adding business value, it's about actually how do you improve that pipeline of code and software and product development, and then actually how do you get better analytics to eventually start building AI and machine learning into everything you're doing. And I think from open banking, actually, I think about it more broadly, because actually APIs are incredibly important to the economy. I think they're the ways that actually entities will be able to start helping people in kind of, we call them the key moments in their life. In this age of assistance, there are key transactions that people want to do. And actually, we don't really want to take a mortgage out. What we want to do is buy a home. And so actually, I think the successors will be those that are able to build in those important moments and make that as seamless for our end users.
Since we're at Sibos now, what are your plans for this particular Sibos?
Yes, well, this is a very exciting one. Being in London, I think it's probably going to be the largest Sibos ever. And actually, we've got a very exciting stand, because what we decided to do was focus on what our partners have been building with us. And so we've been having them come and present in an open theatre. So we've had Contexa, which is a firm it's a fintech that's fighting financial crime with an amazing entity analytics solution. We've had GFT, who are another partner, working with some of their payment solutions. We've had a firm called Quantify talking about contact center AI. And so that's really looking at things like how chatbots can be used, and then how you start taking a voice call and then doing voice to text to get sentiment analysis from that. And also doing important things. So if clients overshare or put important data such as national insurance numbers or social security numbers into the chat, our data loss prevention technology will just remove that immediately. So it's really important and very exciting time on our stand.